I've always learned something. I think I learned more from students than they take away from me, quite honestly. But great opportunity, you know, and thank you for this way and give back. So what I'd like to do is maybe introduce Pastor Nathan first. He is the senior pastor here at Twin Lakes, and lots of things going on up here. And Pastor Nathan, would you mind coming up and sharing a little bit about that? You know, everybody, and maybe help a little bit.
You guys all pretty hungry? This has been working hard. The smell of food all day here at the church. So I'm looking forward to it. But let me tell you real quick. This campus, just a little short of 40 acres, has been a campus that churches started with a school. That was really the driving vision. They put buildings and you walk back in the back, you're like, what in the world, a football stadium? You're like, yeah. That was all part of the school vision that the Lord has in mind different things, and the church decided back in, I think, 2004 to close the school. And the church has been, since then, kind of repurposing the grounds for different types of ministry. And so really the short version of it is just a willingness to say, okay, God, what would you have a need for? The space that we have so that the work of God can go on. And what we've seen as a result is the enthusiasm of Christians across the city that are already doing ministry that needed a place to call home. And so from a veterans ministry that has taken what was our old hardware store building, the original church on the building, property right behind me, I'm kind of pointing back over here, taking that building and brought a veteran ministry that's focused in on helping guys that are coming back from serving our country and making a journey back to what the rest of us would call normal life. And to be able to do that, they needed space, and we had the building. And to allow for that to happen, there was a connection between church and that ministry and our space, and that connection was we desire to show the true love of God. And that true love of God is the redemptive work that His Son Jesus has done on our behalf. As a result of being able to agree at that level, we have space so that you can help veterans. And our interest, of course, is to be able to share Jesus and His amazing love. So that was the kind of the beginning on the hill of taking space and repurposing it from Veterans Now to LifeBridge Job Corps, which is a ministry designed to help folks that need English as a second language, maybe some basic adult education, computer skills, learn how to do an interview and go out and find a little better job and move into a place where they might be able to better take care of their family. We also feel like it's very important there as well to share Christ and to make the journey one of faith in Christ as well. So half of our two-story building is dedicated to providing space for that, including John Jarman and the desire to help guys learn the trade skills. While they're learning to do that, we want to share a very good story, the love of Jesus. And that work that we do to help guys learn the skill that is needed to be able to go out into the workforce and be an electrician in this case. At the same time, having the faith in God are the two important building blocks for any life to be worth living. Why do I say that? As we look across the hill and all of these buildings are now starting to have ministry like that, doing work together, why is that important? Because life here doesn't end here. There is a moment in time in which we, having come into this world by God's design, have our time to make our peace with God through His Son, Jesus, this time of year that we celebrate. And in coming to make that peace with God through His Son, Jesus, we are invited into God's family forever. That is the important question in our day. What do you do with Jesus? As you live that life, then your life has meaning and purpose, a reconnection to our Creator, and for you to be able to then do whatever God has given you to do in this life with vigor, with skill, with ability, with a design and a desire to honor Him with all of your life. We're all on board with that. And we so appreciate John and the Career Life Ministry being able to open up our campus and to allow him to take some space wherever you can find it. And teach these guys how to be electricians with a real heart to say, in the process of doing this, we have a faith in Jesus. We'd love to share it with you. By no means do we demand that you come to Christ, but because of Jesus, we're going to do this. And we want to help our community know that we genuinely love them. God is the reason we do it. So, that being said, we've been seeing a transformation of the campus from one end to the other of ministries, and I've just mentioned a few here. And as those ministries have come, we are now beginning to work together between the ministries. From learning the trades to learning how to speak English or to finish your GED to going through post-traumatic stress disorder and getting with other veterans. All of them have ties and connections to each other. We have a ministry that's here that's helping guys that are in the juvenile detention, coming out of that, looking to try and get a second start in life. And you can see how all of the ministries that are here help each other. So we need to be, as the body of Christ, ready to not only say that we love our neighbor, but to show them that by meeting their needs as they actually have those needs, and to own that responsibility. Far too long, the church in America has taken somebody in, heard what their needs were, grabbed the telephone, and called a government agency to see who helps with that sort of thing. When I look at my Bible, I see that when the poor come to us, we don't refer them out. It belongs to the church to look at. When those that don't need help in life, learning how to work with their hands, it's not something that you give to the government to go after. It belongs to the church and that community to look after one another. And to be a part of that is what Twin Lakes is desiring to do with our campus, to own the responsibility that we feel we have to our neighbor, not by referring them away to others that are set up to help, but doing what we can to actually help meet that need as a church. Thankfully, Twin Lakes does not stand alone as a church, but we have any number of churches in our area here in Cedar Park, and this is unique, that are partnering together with our church to finish this work on our campus. Now, you got to understand, anytime you open up building space and you begin to do ministry, you still have to pay the electric bill, you still have to take care of operations and all that. And rather than just one church bearing that expense, we have to have partnering churches that are sitting there with us to make this something that is provided to the person that's in need at no cost. And so I'm very thankful today. We have a few of the churches represented here in the country sitting here with us. Acts Church in Leander would be another that are sitting there with us. Bethany United Methodist Church, and I'm not saying them all here, so you're going to have to elevate. Awesome Christian Fellowship, and these guys, along with other churches in the area that are offering services that are similar to what we need or know that we have needs in our community, we refer back and forth to each other. And as pastors across the city, we're all sitting down together talking about how to do ministry. And there's no need, for instance, for Twin Lakes to open up a food pantry because Hill Country Nazarene out on Baghdad opens up every Tuesday. We also have one out in Leander, and we can be helpful in providing volunteers or referrals back and forth. I don't need to open up a food pantry. No other church necessarily does, but to help support the one that's already there, we're kind of doing the same thing here on our campus. So all the churches are cooperating together, strategically looking at how to engage our city, the needs that are there, and to do it with our mayor, with our city council, with our school district, because and however much time that God gives us here to continue on that. So let's pray and we'll enjoy some food together. How's that sound? Let's pray.
Just be humble. I'm one who like to do a lot of work, and I work real hard. Paul teaches us in the book of Colossians that whatever you do it wholeheartedly as unto the Lord and not as to men. And that's going to be very important to you. That when you're working, take pride in doing the best you can, because God is watching. God is going to be watching. It's always been a great deal of importance to me. My dad taught me these things, but when I become a man of God, I found out that is what God expects of me. That is what God is going to expect of you. To just do the best that you can. And if you do the best that you can, it'll be good enough. I believe that each and every one of you young men are going to be successful because of your heart. Because of your heart. Because you just ask to be happy, to just make enough money to survive, to just have a better job. And for men to have that type of humility is what God expects of us. He expects for us to be lowly, to be humble in everything that we do or we do. So to all of you men, congratulations for graduating. I know you're going to do well and make your parents very proud of you. And God bless each and every one of you. Amen? Amen.
So the person I'd like to invite up is Gary Cowan. Gary? Gary is also one of the elders here up at Twin Lakes Fellowship. And Gary is the vice president of a mechanical contracting company.
Dynamic Systems.
Dynamic Systems. How do years experience in the field there?
So I want to congratulate you, Ben, for your accomplishment in graduating from this class. I want to tell you about the construction business. That's what I know. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. My dad owned a mechanical contracting company in Hawaii, where I grew up. At the age of 14, he got a special permit so I could go to work. And my first job was the Ambassador Hotel in downtown Waikiki of Kalakaua Avenue, 30-story building, and there was no place for a 14-year-old boy to be. I had more fun. So my dad trained me as a plumber, pipe fitter, and that's what I've done most of my life. I now work for this mechanical contracting firm, and I'm one of the vice presidents there. And what I'm here to say is the construction trade has been very good to me. No matter where I went, I could get a job. I've been all over the country. I've never had a problem. I started out in the union shops with my dad. I went through an apprenticeship program. I left because I wanted to be a cowboy. I did that for a while. My wife showed me the ills of my ways, that I couldn't make a living being a cowboy. I tried real hard. The proudest time of my life was my tax return, which says occupation. I wrote a cowboy. That didn't last very long. So I went back to work, tried to get back in there, and was out in Hanford and tried to get out there as a pipe fitter, having trouble. So went down to the union hall that says, we need welders. Didn't know how to weld. I said, how do I get there? Go take this school. Go to night school and learn how to weld. Went to night school, learned how to weld. Went out there as a nuclear welder. The plant still hasn't. So what I'm saying is, with this trade, and I'm not an electrician, I'm a pipe fitter plumber. All I can say is, having a trade in your background, it will support you. It raised 4 of my kids. It's put 3 of them through college. The first one, he's a pipe fitter also. I sent all my kids to college, and I said, I want you to go to college, because I believe in education. I said, I want you to go to college, but you're not wasting my money. So they had to have me get a B average. My oldest son didn't make it. I went to college also for 3 years. I went there, majored in rodeo. Yes. You know, the college is not for everyone. Some of us are meant to be in the trade. It's a good, it's very, if you work hard and you put your mind to it, sky's the limit. I started out, like I said, when I was 14. Now I'm vice president. You know, I made lots of money. And why? Because I think God blessed me. Why did God bless me? Because of my ability to trust Him, my faith in God, my trust in God. I put everything I have into God. It's not about the money. You know, we get money. Money's not that important to us, but for some reason, God keeps blessing us. And why is that? Because I learned a trade at a very young age. Tried a lot of things. Always fell back into trade. I quit my dad because I hated that work. I told my dad when I left choir when I was 17, if I ever work with Mike, you just kick me in the rear end. My dad's now gone. He keeps reminding me, son, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? So all I'm saying is, when you get into, you're in the trade, you've got this, you now have an apprenticeship license, which can, and you have the OSHA 10, you had some training, now you need to go knock on doors for a job. And not every door is going to open, by the way. Like I told you about me trying to get back into the pipe and thing, and all doors seemed like they were slamming. Guy told me, go take a welding class. I went 2 years to weld at night. I got a job. Went out there to Hanford. At that time, it was $13.85 an hour. 2 years later, it was $21 an hour with retirement, health benefits. You know, it's with that trade, I think you can do a lot of things. And I think the most important thing I can say for a construction worker, a tradesman, is when you go on to work, that guy's paying you for 8 hours, you give him 8 hours. I've always been the first one on the job and the last one to leave. I've collected unemployment once in my life. Why? Because people who hire people want workers. People who hire people want people who give it their all. And if you're in the trade, that's what it's hard work. We're not sitting in the air conditioning. I sit in the air conditioning, that, don't get it wrong. When I started out, you don't sit in the air conditioning. You're out in the ditch, you're out in the building, you're out in the elements. It's cold, it's hot, it's tiring, you sweat all the time. But it's a good way to make a living. And like I told you, I raised 4 kids, 3 of them went to college, graduated. My oldest is a pipe fitter. He works for the same company I do. He's one of our superintendents now. And like I said, I believe in college education, but I don't tell very many people this. My son, who's a pipe fitter superintendent, makes more money than his siblings who all had college education. Makes more money than a couple of them put together. Why? He started out as an apprentice. He showed some moxie where, you know, when they asked him to do something, I'm here. What do you want me to do? Came up through our company, became a journeyman, became a foreman, became a general foreman. Now he's a superintendent. Drives a company truck, gets bonuses at the end of the year, gets paid vacation, you know. Why is that? Not because he's my son, because he had the moxie, the wherewithal. Where did that come from? I believe it's his faith in Jesus. Without that, you know, there's a lot of construction workers, a lot of successful ones. I think my success and his success and all the Christians I know, their success is because of our faith in Christ. We put Christ first. Guess what happens? Everything else comes. So, I mean, I wish you luck as you go out there and start knocking on doors. 4 of you graduating. Hopefully you'll find a job. But if that first door you knock on doesn't open, isn't, and you don't get that job, don't quit. Just keep knocking. That's what I did. Never took no for an answer. There's a lot of people out there looking for electricians. I work right now at Confield. The electricians up here is Walker. They're a large, non-union electrical outfit. They're all over Texas. They're all over everywhere. There was 250 electricians out there working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Do the math and the money and the overtime. There's a lot of money. I know some electricians here that have their own little shop. So I'm just saying, when you go out there, guys, just it's paint trade out, you'll need out. Be the best worker you can be. And then you'll always have it. You'll always have this to fall back on. The main thing for me is your faith in God, and trust in God. He'll take care of your needs. Thank you.
Well, it's like the enchiladas go, John. There is cake though, so feel free to
Plenty more.
get yourself. What's that?
There's plenty more.
Plenty more. Okay, so 1 second or whatever you want. Enjoy. So, you know, when I started this thing, it goes back, and God was speaking to me several years ago, and when I was working in a power plant as a operator and as an electrician. And when I got out of the Navy, I came down to Texas and I started working at up in Dallas area at a 700 megawatt generating plant. And it wasn't long after I started working there that the general manager of all the gas plants in the area went to each power plant and assembled the employees and told us that if you're under 40 years of age, don't expect to retire with this company. Well, that kind of got my attention, you know, and so soon after that, I decided to go back to school and get me a degree in electrical, and so, you know, so I was so I went online and I looked up ERCOT, and I looked to see where things were with deregulation. That was the thing that was going to be the game changer, and that was going to cause, you know, probably this particular plant that I work at, you know, to shut down. So one Sunday night, I got online and I was looking at the website and I saw career opportunities, and so I had so, you know, there is a future out there. I've been told that you guys, anybody that goes down to the coast and has the credentials you guys have right now, that, you know, no questions. Each one of these young men have now, this is the first semester where students have walked away from Career Life Ministry with an electrical apprentice license, their 10-hour OSHA card, and their NCCPR credential. And, you know, that's pretty significant, you know. I'm really proud of each one of these guys for giving up their Saturdays, 8 hours every Saturday, not to mention the evening homework they had to study, you know, for their test the following Saturday. And, you know, since September, you know, we started this class the first Saturday, I believe, in September. Does that sound right? Robert, does that sound right? Yeah, so every Saturday. And it's a lot of material. You know, really, there needs to be more contact hours, but, you know, 4 months, you know, 4 months plus, that's a long time. To keep some young folks committed to showing up every Saturday and stay focused on it. So I really commend you guys for hanging in there. Let's see. I told these guys that also, for the first time this semester, that the top student wanted CLM to offer that individual a tool set to help get started. And it's really good. I need to be careful in the future on that because it was so hard. Everybody was so great, you know, and did so well. You know, it was a hard decision. But a decision was made. And, you know, there's a couple of guys particularly, their grades were just, you know, right at the top and consistently every week. And their interaction, you know, during class was excellent. And the competencies that these students had to demonstrate at the end of each module that we completed, you know, did well. So it was tough, but and we got to move close. And decisions made. And I would like to this time call up Austin. Also worked real hard. He was there in the parking lot every morning waiting for me to show up. You know, we practiced punctuality. We had a time clock where each student would punch in at the beginning of class and punch out at the end. We had to install some flexible metal conduit, run some circuits. We went out to Camp Wilderness Ridge, and and each semester now, for the last few semesters, we've been going out there, helping the director and the camp out there do some electrical repairs and some electrical installations, and all these things, you know, participating in that, did a wonderful job, and Austin was up there with a ladder and the hard hat on and running some circuits, and so really a fun time. So Austin. Guest speaker, I'd like to ask to come up and share a little bit about the industry, opportunities that are out there, and maybe a little bit about your career, your journey that you've experienced so far. So, Nick Morris, come up. Nick Morris is the president of ACM Services, a good-sized local contractor in the area.
It's an honor and privilege to be invited here today.
get a call from the city of Taylor, and they were doing a co-op deal with John and ERCOT and all those with what is it, advanced class, or advanced high school or whatever, doing a solar project, and wanted to know if I'd be involved with it from a licensing standpoint and material standpoint. I said, absolutely, just tell me where to be. Met there, and obviously John and another guy from ERCOT were there, and they're doing a solar program with these high school kids. And so it's real exciting to be there, to be interacting with these kids, and these kids are really, really smart. I guess it's they don't go to regular high school, they go to special. And so they really got it. They have a lot of knowledge and code knowledge and stuff, so it's kind of fun to pick their brains. And that's how I met John, and actually found out that he was doing this class. And I'm like, oh, really cool, that's great. And he said, well, did you learn public speaking? And I said, well, okay, public speaking wasn't one of the things I took in school, but I'll give it a shot. But, you know, this isn't about me, this is about you guys, but I will share a little bit about my journey and how I got to where I'm at, because, you know, everybody has a different story. You know, each one of you have an individual story. And I didn't wake up one morning and dream to be an electrical contractor. I was, like most of you have heard, you know, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get good grades, get a, you know, diploma, and go get a job. And I did exactly that. But I was a single parent household. I grew up in a single parent household, and there wasn't money for anything. So if I wanted it, it is to be, it's up to me, just like each one of you guys. And so I did go to school at the University of Texas, get an electrical engineering degree, worked my summers and holidays doing electrical work in Austin, and paid my way through school. And went into electrical engineering, and having that field knowledge and working in the field and doing it. And I hope there's no electrical engineers in here, but I couldn't stand it. You know, trying to put a round peg in a square hole a lot of times, and you know, you can attest to this. I mean, that 12-inch pipe won't fit in a 10-inch area. It just don't fit. And didn't have a lot of field experience, you know, and it's not their fault. They just didn't. You know, I wish one of the requirements of being an engineer of any type would be just like a doctor. You got to do your internship, you know. But they didn't. So anyway, I just said, you know, I looked around the room of the office, and I saw, well, this is a senior engineer, and he's not making near what I thought I'd be making after college and being a senior engineer, 15, 16 years with the company. And we were working. I go in at 6 and get off at 7 or 8, 9, because we had deadlines that we had to absolutely meet. I had twins. They were 4 or 5 years old at the time. And I said, you know, they're going to start playing t-ball and soccer and all this stuff, and I want to be there to coach their teams and do all this stuff. And the construction industry, that's looking a little more, you know, appealing. And I had been approached by all kinds of companies wanting me to come and do project management for them and kind of stuff. I just don't know that I want to do that. I always saw myself as somebody that I wanted a job or a career that I could retire at. You know, I know I could always sit at the computer till I was 80 if I had to. I couldn't pull wire plugs, you know, but I had it all wrong. And so finally a guy came after me 3 or 4 times, and I said, you know, your mind's kind of like a parachute. If you don't open it, it won't work, right? So I said, all right, I'm going to listen to what he has to say. He said, can I get my time back? And I can make twice what I was making. This is appealing. So I went and did it, and you know, had some promises made, succession, ownership, that kind of stuff, and because that's really where I wanted to be, and it didn't happen. So finally one day I decided that maybe this isn't what I was meant to do, and didn't really have a good grasp on what I wanted to do, but I felt in here this is where I didn't need to be here, so I resigned. Went home, we had just bought some land, my wife's freaking out, what are we going to do? And you know, I knew that the Lord would bring me something. And so I'm sitting down in the pasture on my tailgate, and I'm just throwing it up to God, saying, what is it that you have in plans for me? And it probably wasn't 3 or 4 hours after my last day at work, and I was on that tailgate, that the phone rang, and one of the general contractors that we did all this work for called me and said, so where are you going now? You know? And I was like, well, I don't know yet. So we got this job we want you to do. I'm like, I'm not in business. Well, you are now. We want you to come do this job. We'll pay you $50,000 showing up, being punctual. It's like he said, give us 8 hours a day. You know what's important to an employer? We wished we could get 8 hours a day. We know that doesn't happen. You know that the industry standard in the electrical industry right now is 4 hours of production a day? 4.5 hours. That means I'm paying you for 8 and I'm getting 4.5 hours of production. That's the average. So if you want to set yourself apart from anybody else, give them 6.5. And you will never have to worry about having a job. Because 2 hours of production, you got 20 guys, and you get 40 hours more production a day that you weren't getting before, and that equates to a profit. And when there's profit in the company, in my company, it's shared amongst everybody. Right? And, you know, we can't give you Christmas bonuses if we don't make money. It's just how it works. You know, so, you know, I want to share a little bit of that with you because it's I don't care if you have a journeyman's license or a master's license. I don't care about a piece of paper. In the state of Texas now, you have to have an apprentice license to even work. Every year you have to take 4 years of continuing education just to keep that license. We are members of the Independent Electrical Contracting Association, IEC, which, if you don't know about it, it's a school here in Austin. You go 1 night a week. We do tuition reimbursement. So if you pass the class with an 85 or greater, we pay for that class. If you don't, you pay for it. And it comes out of your check at the end of the semester or whatever, we reimburse it. Okay? So that's available. So there's an apprenticeship program to take you from where you're at now onto your journeyman and mastery. But that license doesn't mean anything to me as far as what your paycheck looks like. Right? And I'm sure that's like with everybody else out there. But it's about the amount of production that you put out. It's about showing up on time and getting the work done. Not having to redo it. You know, taking pride in your work. You know, I mean, when you run conduit, it needs to be straight, level, long, everything. You know, and just do it right. Take the time to do it right. You know, I've got some guys out there, and my employees, every one of them have been with me for at least 6 or 8 years. I mean, I've got some new people, but when you look at, when you go through this last economy that we had, you know, it's just a blessing we're still here, and I believe it's in His grace, not mine, that we're here. And so, you know, we try to, you know, I lead my life and my company by God first, family second, and work third. And if you take care of it in that order, He'll take care of itself. And so, you know, just do the best you can to lead your life that way, on and off the field, you know, at home, at work, and it'll take care of itself. You know, but just go out and try to give them as much as you can for the time that they pay you. You know, I don't expect our employees to do anything I wouldn't be willing to do. If it's raining outside, I'm not going to go out in the rain. I don't want you to go. You know, there are some people that do. You know, so just go out there and find the right person, somebody that believes in the right order, right? And you'll be able to build a long relationship there. You know, I don't mind. I tell people all the time. I've got guys that have left and started their own companies. You know, and I'm for that. You know, I don't want somebody that's going to just be there and just be happy with status quo. You know, I've got a bunch of them to do that. They don't. I've got 7-year apprentices that are afraid to go take a test because they might fail it. So go fail it. Now you'll know what's on the test. Go take it again. You know, I mean, but that's what they'll do for the rest of their life. And that doesn't mean that I've got apprentices that are making more than masters. Because in the field, they can run 200 foot to pipe to his 50 foot. And that equates to money. Right? So whatever your circumstances are, whatever your past is, whatever, that's in the past. You know, water under the bridge. You know what you know now. John's got you where you're at so far. Take the next step, go out there and do whatever it is that you want to do in this trade. It's a great trade. Everything needs electric. Plumbing needs electric. Air conditioning needs electric. Everything needs electric. The world can't revolve without it. You know? So, it's a great trade. You can go into so many different markets. We just do commercial. We don't do residential. And we do high rises. We do schools, hospitals, Sam's Club, Super Walmarts, all those kind of things. And we're pretty much 50-mile radius of Austin. That's about where we go. And I've almost stopped bidding work right now, and we're booked all the way through 2015. So, just, if you just go out there, it shouldn't be hard to find a job at all. And to keep a job, all you gotta do is be willing to go out and do your best. Right? And that's about all I got. Thanks. I'd like to, at this time, ask all my students to come on up. Okay. This is it. All right. I'm gonna let these stay in there. And I'll call you over. All right. Oh, last time, I remember this part last semester time. They lined up and I didn't have these in order, and so I was kind of putting them in order after I had called them off. A little bit, a few more lessons here, so. Okay, so that one was there. Okay. This will go smooth once I get them in order here. Okay. And, let's do this one here. Okay, we're good. All right. I want to give you guys a certificate, my own personal certificate from CLM. And then this week, I'm going to take all your grades and I will forward them on to Associated Builders and Contractors in the Austin area. And they're CLM sponsored. And all your grades and everything will be forwarded to NCCPR. You'll be put in a national registry with your credentials and all. And usually, for a few weeks after the semester is over, I post some what's called BYF.org. It's a search engine. It's a website with a search engine that offers job postings across the country and all the different trades. And also it's a place where you can post it. Okay. But I'm so proud of each one of you for being in there. Okay. Before I hand this, before I start calling you up, I just want to see how you works. Okay. So as you stand here this afternoon, you are at the starting point of a wonderful journey in the electrical field. But it's a journey that can only begin with your decision to embark on it. There are countless contributions and achievements that have never happened, all because people failed to get started. Long after a long and trying semester, you have accomplished something great, honorable, and important here in Career Life Ministry, and it's now time for you to move on to what's next. You must not let anything deter you from taking those first steps towards your future, whether it's seeking employment to begin your career as an electrician, or pursuing higher education, or hopefully in the electrical field. You have been blessed to live in America and here in Texas, where you have an abundance of opportunities for you. Understand the path ahead of you will not be easy. Recognize that there will be failures, and acknowledge that there will be obstacles, but you will learn from your mistakes and the mistakes of others. There is little learning to be gained by only being successful. Understand you will face some tough times, but also have amazing experiences. You must commit to the adventure of the journey you are now on. Just have faith in the skills and knowledge that you have now been blessed with. Know that God's Spirit lives within each one of you, and go. Regrets are born from paths that we never take. Now, as we begin to start your new journey, the first thing to do is to throw away the old self and put on God's armor and begin to draw out your new direction. While you're on your journey, seek the wise wisdom of those that have traveled before you. Listen and learn from what they have to say. By doing so, you'll be able to stand above the shoulders of the taking some further classes. While you're going back to school, right? You're going to college, right? As you continue traveling the road ahead, you must always remember where you came from. Each one of us carries the junk and the dreams of the things that helped shape us. And all of us can also count the blessings our path has taken us so far. You don't know what the future ahead has in store for you, but you can look down the path in which you recently traveled and then turn around again to see with hope and great expectation the new direction that you're headed. Finally, many times along the way, you're going to ask why. Why am I on this path? What is it all about? You'll be asking yourself these questions in 10 and 20 years just as often as you're asking them now. Well, it's about fighting the good fight, finishing the race. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And the other verse I'd like for you to carry with you is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Okay. So this is it. What you want? What you worked so hard for. Congratulations. Give me a hand. Mr. Robert Baker. Come, sir. And guys, I need to sign it yet, so before you leave, make sure I put this in. All right. Mr.